Oh, look at that cool new angle, bro. I don't know if it'll stay. What's up? If you're over on TikTok, please come through and hang out with us on YouTube. What's up, Isaac? Look in the mirror just to see a deeper sense of reality. Time to find the real truth. Contemplate your own values. You'll put the blame on Eminem when time shows again and again. Lacking validation, although that's not what you will claim. Step back and find the reasoning. Accountability ain't that funny. Take your own courage, rip out that cage. What's up, Josh? Nothing you say means much to me. Best of luck to you. See you never. Always so fake and insincere. Read you loud and clear. Stay the hell back. Indeed, self-esteem must be weak. Thoughts racing, life is surely brief. Pointing the finger never led to any empathy. But that's not what you want. Self-service, it's all you got. Yo, shout out for that subscribe. Nothing you say means much to me. Best of luck to you. See you never. Always so fake and insincere. Read you loud and clear. Stay the hell back. What's up, Matt? They say my name is in your mouth. Well, I don't give a fuck. You ever spit it out? You don't control me. Nothing you say means much to me. What's up, Josh? Always so fake and insincere. Nothing you say means much to me. Till never. Always so fake and insincere. Read you loud and clear. Stay the hell back. Cheers. Thank you guys. They say the new camera angles look good. Appreciate it. Thank you. This one is really heavy on my guitar, so I'm actually gonna take it off my guitar in between the songs or something. Thanks for being here. Do they look okay? Do they line up with the time? I can't really tell. Let me know if the new camera angles look good. I kind of we just threw them in there pretty last minute. But I'm glad they look cool. And if you're over on TikTok, hello, welcome. Thanks for being here.
Hello.
Come through over to YouTube and say what's up in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. We're gonna do some fun stuff tonight. Me and Chris have had long days today, so this might be a little bit of a shorter stream than usual, but we have a few things planned. The first thing I was gonna say was I don't know if you saw, but the Foo Fighters announced some shows this week.
Not.
Yeah, dude, the Foo Fighters are playing like some festivals and some shows this week.
Oh, I did see that.
This year.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, as I'm sure many other people are wondering, who do you think they're gonna have as their drummer?
My vote?
Yeah, who's your vote? Who do you think is gonna be their drummer?
I think they're gonna do the whole, like, get different drummers, like multiple drummers per show.
Interesting. That seems like logistically tough, but maybe.
I think they're gonna try to do it. I could be wrong, but
It's one of those things that like it's like they could get any drummer.
yeah,
Like
anyone.
no one's gonna say no.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking it could be Travis Barker because of the fact that he played all those shows, those like memorial shows. But then like I think Blink has too much going on this year,
Yeah.
so it seems like kind of unrealistic that Travis would do the tour with them.
I mean, the dude also is like the busiest person alive, so it's very possible he'll do it to himself.
Yeah, that's true. It also could be. I saw that there was like talk of maybe it being the dude from The Darkness.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but the drummer of The Darkness.
Yeah.
Does anyone in the chat know or think they know who's going to be playing drums for the Foo Fighters? Would be interested to hear your thoughts on that. But yeah, cool that they're playing.
Yeah.
You know, they're not slowing down too much seemingly.
Yeah,
Which is I guess
cool.
expected.
Yeah.
Expected from them. I feel like Dave Grohl's just like he would be miserable not playing.
Yeah. Honestly, what I can see happening is not yet because I think he's still too young. But down the line, I think Taylor Hawkins' son could be the permanent drummer.
Yeah, he killed it when he those clips
Yeah.
I saw him playing My Hero.
Yeah.
Crushed it. That's true. That'd be cool too. I mean, that would be pretty sick if he played drums for them. Yeah. All right. Well, that was one piece of news that I saw and I thought we maybe could talk about. The other thing. Okay, there's this thing going around on the internet.
Is it contagious?
Yeah, it's super contagious, dude. No. I don't really know what it means. I don't think it even means anything. But I was thinking we could quickly make a song out of it.
Okay.
Because it would just be a stupid meme, and we're a meme anyway. We're a meme. We're meme core now.
Yeah.
So
We're Reddit the band.
people, we're Reddit the band. Hug Ogion says, I thought they were gonna choose Shame, but he's very young. True.
Yeah.
And Matt says Barker would be amazing. Yeah, I think Travis Barker would be really cool, but I think he may be a little busy this year, but who knows? But we'll see. I guess we'll see who plays drums for them. Yeah. So there's this thing where people are leaving this comment. It's mainly on YouTube, but I guess on TikTok too. We've gotten the comment left on a couple of our videos.
Yeah.
It literally just says, "The Waffle House has found its new host." And I have no idea what it means, and I looked it up, and I think it essentially doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
It's just people being trolls.
Okay.
So I was thinking we could write a troll song, and we could just sing that. That's the lyric.
Sure.
All right, so this is for the trolls. Should we go really punk with it, or should we go? What do you think? What vibe are we going? Yo, what up, Suffster? Welcome to the chat, dude. Thanks for being here.
Thinking like a little heavy, like a little new metalish maybe.
Oh yeah. Like
Go.
slower, like.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm feeling that.
The Waffle House has found its new host. Waffle House has found its new host. Waffle House has found its new host. The Waffle House has found its new host.
All right, there it is. There's the Waffle House has found its new host. Chrissy seems to like it.
Yeah.
Cheers to that and to the Waffle House. And to anyone on TikTok who is just got through that, thank you for being here. Come over to YouTube so we can see your chat. We would love to hang out with you.
I would love a very short video of that song with that like girl who like did the chair block thing. Have you seen that
Oh
video?
yeah, bro.
Just that chair block with that song, perfect.
That'll be the edit.
Yep.
That and the show was at Denny's. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was thinking the classic show, but that was a Denny's thing.
Danny's.
Anyway, you want to play a real song?
Yeah.
All right. What are you feeling? What should we play?
Whoa. What do you mean real song? That was a real song. Okay.
I mean, that was like the realest the songs get tonight, but
that was from the heart, real time. Not this rehearsed songwriting stuff.
Yeah, fuck that. What do you want to play?
If your song isn't a freestyle, it's not genuine. You want to do B4?
Yeah, sure. The song's called Before Myself. If you've never heard our music before, it's on the World Wide Web, where you find all of your fun music. Look at that video of Chris. It looks so cool. Oh, wait, that's the weird hold on. I almost forgot about this camera. Here, let's put it. I'm going to put it here this time. I'm going to put it right on my face. It's going to be hilarious. It kept moving the last place I put it, so we're going to do one of these. Wait, hold up. How does this look? How does this camera angle look? That might look terrible, but we'll see what happens. All right, let's do it. This song's called Before Myself. I don't know who started the Waffle House thing. Johnny Razor made it for a joke. The main idea is that mysterious and weird. Yeah, I think it is very mysterious and weird for sure. What's up, Ghostface? Welcome back. Thanks for being here. TikTok friends, come on through to YouTube. This song's called Before Myself. Yes.
You got real low with that squat. I liked it.
Oh, God damn it, dude. My mic stand fell, and that was a whole thing. What's up, Josh P? Thank you for being here, and thank you for checking out our music on Spotify. We appreciate you. Matt asked if we could do the 21 Pilots cover. Yeah, I think we could make that happen.
Yeah.
That's one of our stronger ones, I'd say. Oh, God damn it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to, make sure that this does. Oh, you know what it is? 100% this is dragging it down. Yeah, I'm an idiot. All right, we're going to move this now again. Okay, good enough for now. Cheers. What's up, Ghostface? Isaac? Appreciate you guys. All right. All right, it's that time of the week. We do poll reviews.
Poll reviews.
There's 3 good polls. I think my polls were pretty solid this week.
AJ's a man of the polls.
Did not look at them, so it'll be interesting. And one was definitely about Dave Grohl. And I don't remember what the other ones were about anymore. I'm blanking. Okay. Okay, maybe I got him. Oh my God, no, I don't got him. Can you pull him up again?
Yeah.
Sorry. And my phone's over there, and apparently you can't see him on your iPad. That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life, but whatever. Play "Come As You Are." Yo, what's up, Anthony? Welcome, dude. Thanks for being here. We are just about to review our weekly polls on YouTube. Any luck?
Yeah, got it.
Cool. You wanna? I think the first one was the one about getting signed.
Yeah.
There's 3.
All right. So Punk Rock 101. Would you rather have your bands get signed to a big record label or be given $50,000 with no catch?
So would you rather your band get signed to a big record label, or would you rather have $50,000 with no catch?
No tax?
No tax.
No tax on that $50K. I'm taking the $50K.
Oh, I'm 100% taking the $50K.
Yeah, definitely.
No doubt about it. I don't know what anyone in the chat thinks, but yeah, I would take the $50K. I think that I think that I could do more with the $50K to grow the thing that we're doing than the label might be able to do. Maybe that's me being naive. But
well, you know what? Actually, if it depends on the contract, I think.
Okay.
If
Go further.
If like my ideal label, like I don't know, I'm spitballing, Fueled by Ramen.
Cool.
Big one. They offer me like 5-year deal. The contract's solid. They're giving me creative right. You know, like if it's a really solid deal because they're just like, we think you're amazing, we just want you on our label, I think that would be worth more than $50K.
Yeah, you think it's more than.
Yeah.
But it also, you have to think, never mind more than $50K. To me, it's what can you do with the $50K?
Yeah.
That would turn it into more money.
Exactly.
Do you think that the label would be able to do more?
I think if
you,
if it's the best deal possible, I think definitely
you would go with the deal.
Yeah, but it has to be like an amazing, perfect deal, almost like.
What did the poll think about it? What did the people and the responses think?
That is, I think it's almost halfway, like literally split in the middle.
Okay,
it's 51% to 49%.
Wow, 51%.
51% want to get signed. 49% would take the money.
Interesting. I think that's the closest one we've ever had.
Yeah,
where there wasn't like a clear
split.
winner. Like that's pretty split. Yeah, I guess it would have to be it would depend on the deal. I guess is definitely the answer. All right, Isaac says you take the $50K. Selster said you take the royalties. This is me says $50K. Yeah. Well, thank you guys for voting over on YouTube. If whoever voted on that one, we got 2 more. What are the other 2 polls?
If Nirvana was still a band, do you think Dave Grohl would ever started Foo Fighters?
Yeah. So if Nirvana was a band, would Dave Grohl have ever started the Foo Fighters? What do you think? Do you think he would have?
You know, yes, but I don't know if they would be the Foo Fighters. If that makes sense. I do think he would eventually have started his own thing, but I don't think it would have been when he did it, and I don't think it would have been the style of music maybe.
Do you think it would be as big?
No, I don't think he would have been as big, honestly.
Because you think he would have focused more on Nirvana?
Yeah. I think he would have been in Nirvana more full time, and I think like that would have led into other projects, like him playing drums for like a lot of huge bands. But I think him starting his own music would have kind of taken the back burner.
Interesting. Yeah, I think so too. I think that he undoubtedly would have started another band.
Yeah.
But I don't know for a fact that band would be Foo Fighters, this massive, biggest rock band in the world type band.
Yeah.
I think he would have been Nirvana the main project and have side projects because he's definitely the guy that like was right. He said he was writing those songs when he was in Nirvana. So
And
yeah,
Also, one of the reasons Foo Fighters was so huge when it came out is because Nirvana was giant because they only made 2 major releases, and then kicked the bucket.
Yeah.
So like, if they were still making music, they would have by now they would have had like 10 albums under their belt.
Yeah.
So I feel like him making a side project would not be breaking news.
True. All right, fair enough. Yeah, Subster thinks cool. Oh, that them Crooked Vultures. Yeah, I like that band. Ever hear that side project he did?
I
a
had the
couple-
album. It was a few good songs.
There's a couple good songs. That was like a super group.
Yeah.
Wasn't like John Paul Jones in that
Yep.
from Zeppelin? I don't remember who else was in it.
Josh Homme.
Josh Holmes. Yep. Cool. 50K is not enough to settle on, Suster says. Yeah, okay. Could agree. All right, one more poll over here. And TikTok friends, if you'd like
hold
to
on.
What? Oh, we never read the results. Sorry. What were the results of that poll? Like, what did everybody vote for?
71% thinks he would have just stayed with Nirvana, and that's it.
So most people thought
Yeah.
he would have just stayed with Nirvana.
Yeah. I think he would have still did a lot of other stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think so too. I think more that too. But yeah, if you guys are over on TikTok, we'd love to see your chat. Please come through to YouTube and come hang out over here. Love to hang out with you. Okay, last poll of the day.
Which band revolutionized rock music more?
Oh yeah, that's
Screwed
right.
that up.
Yeah, so which band revolutionized rock music more?
Nirvana or the Beatles?
Yeah, Nirvana or the Beatles? What is your answer to that? It's two different eras,
Yeah,
but
no,
it's
that's really tough.
but it's two bands that really changed things.
I'm gonna
Like
go with-
really, like, because the Beatles obviously came out on the scene and like people were like, oh my god. But there's a lot of people that say that the Beatles pretty much just stole their sound from like a bunch of other bands, and there's like reason to like think of that, and they just kind of became the band that got big for it.
Yeah, I don't know. That's really tough. I think I'm gonna go with Nirvana.
Yeah, I might go with Nirvana. Only like obviously Nirvana wasn't the first band that like they really were like kind of the first band that sounded like they sounded
Yeah.
in a lot of ways, and they they brought the 90s into something that like they are the band that brought the 90s into a world of rock music that the 80s never saw.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think it boils down to this. Like, if you ask people like who invented the genre of music that Nirvana was, grunge, they would go Nirvana.
Like like who invented grunge?
Well,
But-
not invented. Sorry, who popularized it? Like who
Yeah.
made it?
yeah, who
Nirvana. But if you ask people who like made the
Who-
style of the Beatles,
rock music, who popularized
Yeah.
rock music?
not everyone will say the Beatles. You know.
No. I think there'd be other people involved. I think you could say
Yeah,
even
there's
people
plenty of bands before them, plenty of bands around their time that are also doing it. They just weren't as big.
The only other interesting argument is that like would Nirvana have existed without the Beatles? Yeah?
I think so.
All right. Fair enough.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think if the Beatles were never a thing, I don't think music would have been that different. I know that's wild to say, but
Yeah, I guess we also like really had to be there.
yeah,
There's like there might be that part of it.
yeah.
We weren't there, so
Yeah.
I don't know. Man, I don't know. This is me says Nirvana. Subster says Nirvana. Most people say Nirvana. Matt says the Beatles. I could see how it could be either answer. What did the poll say?
Poll said 68% of people thought the Beatles.
Yeah, I could see why. I definitely could see that. All right, what's up, Gary? Thanks for coming over to YouTube, dude. Appreciate you. All right, you want to play another tune?
Yeah.
Okay.
21 Pilots?
Oh yeah, 21 Pilots. That's right. We're gonna play this for Matt. This song is what is this song called again? I don't even remember. Tear My Heart. The one that goes burn out, burn out, burn out, burn out, burn out. Oh wait, hold on. This camera again. I gotta find a good spot for this. Should I put it back on the guitar?
Yeah. When you do the guitar riff with your voice like that, it kind of sounds like Celebrity Skin by Hole.
I don't know what that is.
It's a Hole song.
I don't know if maybe I've heard it. I don't really know if I know Hole.
Oh.
That's a terrible band name though.
Yeah, it's Courtney Love's band.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm familiar to some degree. Okay, if you guys ever want to try to, we had someone do it last week. If you want to change the color of the lights in our room, that is an option now. You have to join the Shakeout Dollar Squad. The link is in the description of the YouTube video. You can now do it on mobile. I made sure of it. But yeah, the link is in the description. It's literally $1, and you can change the color of the lights in our room. It's kind of cool. Using the chat. It's fun little stuff. All right, this song is for Matt. The song is called Tear in My Heart. TikTok friends, come on through to YouTube. Sometimes you gotta bleed to know that you're alive and have a soul. But it takes someone to come around, show you how. She's a tear in my heart. I'm alive, she's a tear in my heart. I'm on fire, she's a tear in my heart. Take me higher than I've ever been. Songs on the radio are okay. My taste in music is your face. What's up, Mike? Whoop whoop. Round and show you how. She's a tear in my heart. I'm alive. She's a tear in my heart. I'm on fire. She's a tear in my heart. Take me higher than I've ever been. Than I've ever been. Oh. You fell asleep in my, or I drove the whole time. But that's okay, I'll just avoid the hole so you sleep fine. I'm driving here, I sit, cursing my government for not choosing my taxes to fill holes with more cement. You fell asleep in my car, I drove the whole time. But that's okay, I'll just avoid the hole so you sleep fine. I'm driving here, I sit, cursing my government for not choosing my taxes to fill holes with more cement. Sometimes you gotta bleed to know, you're alive and have a soul, but it takes someone to come around and show you how. She's a tear in my heart. I'm alive. She's a tear in my heart. I'm on fire. She's a tear in my heart. Take me higher. Heart is my armor. She's a tear in my heart. She's a carver. She's a butcher with a smile. Got me farther than I've ever been. Than I've ever been. Than I've ever been. Oh, heart is my armor. She's a tear in my heart. She's a carver. She's a butcher with a smile. Cut me farther than I've ever been. Cheers, Ghostface and Isaac. Thank you, guys. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Pretty.
We haven't done any Social Distortion. There's a couple of those Social Distortion tunes I really like, though, actually. I would do one. Man, you ever just have a day where you're like, I could use some alcohol right now? And I didn't take any down here with me. Okay. Let's
You got Evan Williams.
You got, oh my God, no thank you. I'd rather drink my own urine. Evan Williams is gross.
Sponsor us, Evan Williams.
You guys suck. Sponsor us. Thank you. Nah, dude, we're gonna bring in those big corporate sponsors real soon. Sell the fuck out, baby. Dude, question for you. What band have you seen the most amount of times? I was thinking about this earlier today. I don't know your answer to that question.
It's probably a let me think. It's probably a band that I didn't want to see as many times as I did.
Really?
All right, we're not counting bands we played with, right? Because I mean that would.
Yeah. Like one of the bands I've seen the most is for lack of a term. And also a question into the chat. Chat also answer, please. What band have you seen the most amount of times live?
I'm probably gonna go with Less Than Jake.
Yeah?
I've never. I think I've only paid to see them once or twice.
Interesting.
But like, they're just at most festivals I've been to, they're there. Like they're always there.
They are. Yeah,
They've been at every Warped Tour I've ever seen.
I've definitely seen them at least 10 times.
Yeah, I'm at 10, I think.
I've definitely seen them 10 times. They're still not the band I've seen the most, but
Yeah, and I think of all the bands that I've like paid to go see, and like my favorite bands, I think I've only seen a handful of times. Less
Yeah?
Than Jake is up there.
yeah. All right. Cool. The band I have seen the most amount of times is pretty easy. It's Kiss.
I
I-
remember the number, and I'm like, wow.
I think it's 29.
Yeah.
Like I'm like 95% sure it's 29. It's in the 30 range.
Wow.
I think it's 29. And the only reason I say that is because my dad has a book of every Kiss concert ever between the years they started to like 2020, I think was the most recent publication.
Nice.
And I counted through the shows that I remembered being at. Like I was like, oh yeah, I went to this one. Oh yeah, I went to this one. And I got through 29. So I think I've seen Kiss 29 times. Gary says Hawthorne Heights. Wow, that's an interesting one to have seen the most amount of times. How many times have you seen them? Rage Against the Machine? I saw Rage Against the Machine once. It's cool that you've seen them more than that, probably. I love Rage Against the Machine. They were so good when I saw them, too. You want to see Ghost in MCR? We saw MCR.
Yeah.
That was cool. I won free tickets from a radio station, and we got to go. Main Street Detour. Oh, shout out. Foo, too. Yeah, I've seen Foo a few times. I've seen them like 3 times, but I saw them in a garage, and nothing will ever beat that. So it's one of those bands where, like, I'd go see the Foo Fighters again, obviously, but, like, it'll never be that good.
Yeah.
Like there's no experience I could see them in where it would be better. I can't really think.
Yeah. I will. When I saw them at Bamboozle, I think that's the only time I've seen them. I was younger, so like I did the whole like you start seeing the bands you like and you never actually leave the stage. You kind of just get closer. And I feel like a lot of people there didn't do that. So
Yep.
I got there at like 2, and I just stayed at the same stage the whole time. And by the time Foo Fighters played, I was pretty close.
yeah.
And I didn't think that was that big a deal until they showed on the like big screen how many people were there, and I'm like, wow, I'm in like the front 5% right now.
That's awesome.
It's really cool.
That's pretty cool. Where was that?
Bamboozle like years ago.
Oh, yeah,
It was
yeah, I
like
remember
Jersey somewhere.
Yeah, I remember that. Manchester Orchestra. I see Manchester. They're really good live. I saw them at
Yeah, they're
Riot
great.
Fest one year. I actually just did a live session for a band called Michigander who just played the last Manchester Orchestra
nice.
tour. They opened up the whole tour. Spliff Rona says The Offspring is the band you've seen the most. Oh, The Offspring's dope. I saw them once and it was really, really good. So that's dope. They're a great band live. They sound like the record live. It's kind of awesome.
So ass.
No, I love The Offspring.
I know, I do too.
He's got like such a high voice, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I bet you they down tune now though. I could see that. Like maybe they play a half step down.
Maybe, yeah.
than they did in the 90s. Randall's Island, Rage Against the Machine with Wu-Tang Clan was awesome. Oh, my parents were at that. My mom and dad went to that. It was like Wu-Tang Clan, Rage Against the Machine, I think Public Enemy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was like a crazy like hip hop show, and then
Yeah.
Rage headlined. Yeah, that was dope.
I'd have to break something leaving that show. Like, you know what I mean? That is just like
Yeah.
such a fuck up your environment type of show.
Yeah, and that was like right before Rage like stopped playing too.
Oh, wow.
Ghostface got to go. Later. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you coming through and hanging out with us for a little while. Word. Do we want to play another song and then do Punk Rock 101, or do we want to do Punk Rock 101 and then play another song and then
The second one.
the second one?
Yeah.
All right, so let's do Punk Rock 101 real quick. This is our weekly series for anyone who's new. I think this is the button. If you want to change the lights, join the Shakeout Dollar Squad. It's only $1 to change the lights. It's pretty awesome. So we're going to do Punk Rock 101. This is the series where we talk about all things being in a rock band. We get people in our Discord as well as our comment section that ask us these questions, and that's usually where I take them from. So if you ever want us to talk about something specific, I mean, you could just drop it in the chat and we'll talk about it. And or you could also drop it in our Discord server. So yeah, there's a few things. Okay, so let's start with this one. I think I picked all things that I thought we both could like talk about pretty decently. There was one. I'll set this up, I guess, in a way. So I want to start writing songs, but I'm having trouble figuring out how to get started.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what would I mean, I know you're more of the like not the guy that starts the song probably usually, or am I wrong to say that?
You're wrong to say that.
Really? Like you'll
Yeah,
come
there's a few songs that stemmed from a drum beat.
cool and then like everything else was built around
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I mean, I'm not the best with guitar or all that kind of stuff, the fancy stuff. But usually, like, if I come up with a cool drum beat that I can imagine, like, some sort of rhythm to, or
Mhm.
like some sort of melody on top of, kind of
Mhm.
stems from there.
Yeah.
And I just vocalize my opinion, like what I think would go there.
Word.
Yeah, we've had a few, like, for lack of a term, songs start that way.
Cool. That's awesome. Sweet. So I mean, yeah. So songwriting tips, I would say, if you if you're like feeling like you can't figure out how to start, I would say that you maybe haven't learned how to play enough songs that you like, because I think that if you learn a bunch of songs that you like, you start to get ideas.
Agreed. Yeah.
Like you start to get ideas of like how a song should start, how it should go, what chord progression should look like, what the structure of a song should look like, what the drums should feel like, what the guitar should feel like. So I think that my best tip would be to like first learn a bunch of songs and then try to write something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. That's my tip. All right, I'm catching up with the chat real quick. Do you prefer lyrics? Oh, that's a good one. Okay. So yeah, that's my tip. Let's answer this one really quick from Spliff. Do you prefer lyrics first, then melodies, or the other way around? For me, I usually write chords and melodies, and I kind of just like hum and do do's and da's and maybe like some fake words, like whatever words come to head off the top of my head, and then I'll put the words to the melodies that I wrote. But that's usually just me, I guess.
No, I feel like a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
I know, for lack of a term, writes melodies first.
Yeah, I was actually talking about this earlier today with someone. I used to write guitar riffs first all the time, and that's how I wrote songs, and it's because I always approached it like as a guitar player first.
Yeah.
But more recently, and like in the past few years, I'd say I started writing like chords and melodies, and then writing all riffs and all that other stuff around the chords and melodies, and like feeling like I had like a really good like catchy chorus or catchy verse or something first, and that's where I would start the song. But yeah, I usually write melodies first. That's just me. All right, let's keep on the songwriting thing for a second. How do you write a good bridge for a song? So I think the most important part of the bridge is like a good bridge to me has to have a different feel than the rest of the song.
Okay.
Like it really has to like stick out from everything else.
Yeah.
I think it does have to bridge the gap between like where the song is and where it's going.
Yeah, I agree.
And like it kind of almost has to build into that, and I think it really has to have a different feel. So whether that means like maybe your whole song is like kind of that 2/4, like snare on the 2/4 type feeling, boom gat kind of thing. Like the bridge would be the halftime part, like it would be the quieter part or the slower part or anything like that. But I think that overall it just should have a different feel.
Yeah, and also I like going off of that, like what do you want your bridge to do? Like think, like is it a build up for the last chorus? Is it, are you slowing it down a little bit? Are you making it faster? Is it a guitar solo? Like what is your bridge trying to do?
It has to have like almost like some kind of a purpose, or it's just like in there for no reason.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think so too. You didn't miss much, Dr. Chick. What's good? Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Depends if hardcore or the genre you're going for also. True.
Totally agree with that.
I could see that too. Yeah, I think you would probably write lyrics first in a lot of genres. Especially genres that don't have as much melody.
Yeah.
Like if you're like more of a screamer or a whatever, yeller.
I will say, I it must be only me, but one thing that's bothered me my whole life, I don't like when like really heavy bands do like a really soft bridge. I don't know why it bothers me so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like
are you talking like metal bands?
Yeah, I'm talking like metal, like hardcore, like, and then like
they do
the whole song's heavy, fast pace, like you want to kill someone to it, and then the bridge is always just like really clean, super slow, and then it goes right back into heavy towards the end, and I just don't like that.
Yeah, I feel that. I can feel that. Do you have any like examples of that you can think? I'm trying to think of that off my top of my head, but yeah.
Of course, nothing's coming to my head.
No,
right
yeah,
now,
no,
but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. All right, cool. So moving on. All right. How do you find your own style as a musician? how would you say that over the years you've kind of found your own style?
I think I'm still finding it.
I
think
agree.
It's something that you never really say. Like, you never really know what your style is.
Mm-hmm. How do you think you've landed on? Then maybe a different question would be, how do you think you've landed on how you play now?
I don't know. It's a mix of like what I'm comfortable doing, the type of music I like, the type of drummers I like, the drumming like rudiments that I enjoy using, and I
Yeah.
think that all kind of equals what kind of player you want to be.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it goes back to kind of what I said before, where like, if you learn a bunch of songs that you like, it will kind of like inspire how you're gonna play.
Yeah,
And I think that just being able to open up your mind to like different things is what's gonna help you ultimately land on what you do.
definitely.
You know, because if you're like, oh, I'm a pop punk guitar player, and then you just straight up only play pop punk and
Yeah.
that's it, and like you're just gonna probably sound like a lot of other pop
Yep.
punk guitar players. But if you like step outside a little bit and you're like, well, I also kind of like this like mathier stuff, or like
Yep.
this jazzy stuff, or like metal, or like whatever, and you start to learn just the things you like. Like, obviously, don't force yourself to learn something you don't like, but if
Yeah.
you like it, it can influence you, and it can make you a unique version. You
Exactly.
know? And the more like information you take in, the more you're gonna like find that style, I guess.
Exactly. And definitely for drums. Like, all the best drummers aren't just the best drummers at a genre that they already learned. They're all just fusing different things together, you know?
Yeah.
Like, now it's easy to look at pop punk drumming and be like, oh, you're playing just like Travis Barker. But Travis Barker came up with that style because he combined like rudiments of marching,
Mm-hmm.
rudiments of punk, rudiments of a little bit of hip hop, you know, and that became his style.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, I love Travis Barker, but I don't recommend just playing like him, because then you're just copying what he does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Play a little like him, mix it in with a few other drummers you really like, you know.
That he didn't mix in with.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
You know, like find the other things that you like, because then you start to be a different thing. Yeah, for sure. I don't know what you guys feel about that, but thanks for dropping questions in the chat too. Let's look at them real quick. Here's a question. How do you organize within a band? Set list, show schedules, social media, by committee or by designating band leaders? So,
I'll let you know when I figure that out.
yeah, that's a tough one. It's the logistics of being in a band are really tough,
And every band is different.
and every band is different. I think that it is undeniable, though, for the most part, for every band I've been in / most friends, that there's usually like one person in the band that does more than everybody else. There
Yeah.
are bands that have an exception to that, but I think that like generally, like there's in a band, like there's usually like the one person that does a little bit, who goes a little bit more above and beyond than the
Yeah.
other people do. I've never been in a band that hasn't been that way.
Yeah.
With that being said, like a lot of the times when I start the band, I tend to be that person, but I'm also in bands that I'm not that person.
Yeah.
Like I've also been in bands where I'm like, I'm not the guy.
Yeah, I'm not that guy.
I'm not the guy, like, you know, and that's cool and that's fine. Like, I think more than anything is just like being able to play off the things that people like to do, because I feel like they'll like generally do it if they like it.
Yeah.
And just realizing that if there's like different things you have to get done, which there are, if you want to grow a band, like you have to like kind of designate who's gonna do what.
Yeah.
And that's just the reality. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
What's your experience in that?
No, I totally agree. I mean, we're talking about like starting a band or on the low end, like, you know, kind of local bandish.
Where you don't have a team.
Yeah. But like when you start becoming more of like a business, the roles really get defined more, I feel. You know, there are bands out there where one person's usually running the show, and if you look deep into their like contracts and paperwork, it's like, no, that's the band. Everyone else is kind of like hired guns. You know, and maybe they don't make that as apparent, like if you like watch them live or if they do interviews, but like that's how it is a lot of the time.
Yeah, no, it 100% is that way. And then also like on a pro level, like when people hire managers and people hire agents, like you start to have people that are a part of the team to do the jobs.
Yeah.
But if you're just starting a band, yeah, like it's tough, man. It's really tough to find the people that are all going to be on the same page to do the same thing. Because like you have to, when you really think about it, like you have to not only find all the people that play the other instruments, but you also have to find the people that play the other instruments that are into some at least similar music to you, that you can all like compromise to being a level of like, this is what we're going to play.
Yep.
And then they also all have to have the same goals for whatever the outcome of that band is. Whether
Yep.
it's just like, hey, we're just going to play a few times a year and be a local band. or whether it's like, hey, we want to go on tour and do
Yeah.
this. The more serious you want to take it, the harder it is to
Yeah.
find the people 100%.
And then once you find those people, you gotta like them.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure you're all doing it.
Yeah.
Gotta be good.
Yeah. You'll always there's always gonna be butting heads.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah, that'll always happen. But, yeah, I think it's just like the more self-aware you are and what you want, it becomes a little easier. And like the more self-aware everyone just becomes at knowing what they're good at and not being too big-headed about what they could use the help on.
Yeah.
Too is it could be the other thing. Yeah, that's mine. All right, one or two more, and then we're good. And then we'll play another song. Okay. How about this? How do you actually no, I like this one better. How often should you play shows in your hometown?
Ooh.
I think that you should. I think a general good rule, whether you're any local band or even mildly like any band that even just tours a little bit, I think that a general rule is that you should at least never have, and I break this rule sometimes, and I still like think it's like silly to do, but I think you should generally never have two shows in the same area announced at one time.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Because it's like you're splitting up where people are gonna go.
Yeah.
And like you're giving them options.
Yep.
And if you just have the one show and there's no option, it's like you come to this one or you missed it.
Yep.
Then you're most likely gonna have a better turnout for your show.
Now, you probably know this, like the exact number, but what is the distance clause that usually promoters will give for like bigger bands that you can't have a show within the same certain miles?
I think it's 50.
50, yeah. So
Maybe even 100. It might be even 100.
yeah, a lot of the big, if people didn't know this, a lot of the bigger bands have like clauses in their contracts.
Radius.
Yeah, it's a radius clause that like when they play a show, let's say, I don't know, Webster Hall, they can't play another show within like 2 weeks usually, or a month sometimes.
No, they just can't have any other show announced usually.
Oh, I thought it was like you can't have a show.
No, yeah, you just usually can't have any other show announced. It's why you'll see a lot of times a tour gets announced and certain dates are crossed off.
Yeah.
Because they want to start selling tickets for some of the shows, but
Yep.
they can't announce all the dates yet because there's something too close to
Ah.
it. Or or you'll see a band be like, "Yo, we're gonna announce a tour tomorrow," and they're in like Denver, and then they announce the tour the next day, and you see that there's a Denver date on
Yep.
the tour, and it was just like they literally just had to get past that Denver date before they could announce the tour. But yeah, there's a such thing as called like a radius clause where you can't. So, but yeah, if you're gonna play your hometown, just don't overplay it, because if you overplay your hometown, people will maybe get tired of it, and like you just
Yeah.
want to make every show you play an event that can't be missed.
Yeah.
I would say.
My personal number is every 3 months. I don't
Yeah.
have much backing up for that. I just think 3 months.
I think even just 6 weeks, but like
Yeah.
6 weeks, but don't let the announcements of each show overlap at all.
Yeah.
Play one show, announce the next show.
Yeah.
And then you got 5 weeks to promote it.
Yep.
Play a show, announce the next show. You got 5 weeks to promote it. Like,
Yeah.
there's really no number. It's
Yeah.
just like, yeah. I just say that, like I said, the rule I would say is just don't announce two at once. All right, last one. Do you need the best gear to be successful as a musician?
No.
I don't think so. I think more importantly than needing the best gear is you just need to know how to use the gear you have.
Yeah.
I see way too many people. I see people that have really nice gear and they still can't make it sound that good.
Yep.
Because they like just don't know how to use it.
Yep.
And then I've also seen people that have like cheaper gear that like make it sound great because they figured out how to use it in the way that they needed to use it.
Yep.
So like I don't think you need like the most expensive best gear. I think overall you just need to have like an understanding of what you want to sound like and then figure out the gear you need to sound like that.
Yep.
Agreed?
Agreed. Totally. If you don't know how to tune a drum set, no matter how good it is, it'll sound bad. I've seen like drummers set up like really nice kits when they play a show, and I'm like, wow, they're about to kill it. That is like a $4,000 set. They're about to do so well, and then it's just so out of tune, and they're just not hitting it right, and it's not the right setting.
My favorite is the big pedal board that has like 80 pedals on it, and then like they don't use half of them, and then even the ones they use, they're just like, you didn't need that.
Yep.
It didn't make your song better.
Yep.
I've been guilty of that stuff in the past too, I will say. So, but yeah, I don't think you need the best gear. I think you just need to like very much so understand how to use the gear you have more than anything.
Also, don't save yourself some money. If you're at a place where you're playing to like smaller places to like 5 people a night, don't shell out your whole life savings to make sure you sound good. It's a small place with probably no sound guy. You're not gonna sound great. Let's just be honest. You don't need to kill your wallet.
You also like couldn't find something that's affordable that will make you sound fine.
Exactly.
Gary says exactly. Also start doing states, at least 3 states outside of you. Yeah, agreed, Spliff. Guitar Center has a 45-day return policy. Yeah, that's the free Guitar Center rental, we call that.
Yep.
If you do it too many times, though, you get in trouble. I don't know that from personal experience. Cool. All right, you want to do another song and then maybe wrap it up?
Yeah.
What should we play?
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice. It's my choice.
Yeah.
It's my choice. Let's do Let's do the song. So we're gonna be dropping some videos this week for a few songs that we recorded live in a studio, and the studio I work at, we did some live recordings. So we're gonna drop a video. This will be one of the songs. It's called "Build Your Building." Stoked to put those out. Subster said what you described as pedal board. Dude, it's cool. My pedal board used to be like that too, so I feel you. Don't worry about it. It's fun to mess with things as long as you're having fun. But also having too many pedals can become a headache because of the fact that like when shit breaks, you have to figure out why it's breaking. Some places in Delaware. We'll come through to Delaware. That's close. Funny enough, I've never played Delaware. I've driven through it many a times on tour. I've never stopped and played.
I don't know if I played Delaware.
Yeah, I definitely have not. I've been through it plenty of times, but definitely never stopped and actually played.
I think I have. I think. Maybe.
All right, the song's called "Build Your Building." Thank you guys so much for hanging out. If you're over on TikTok and you want to come say hello on YouTube, please come through and say hello. We'd love to have you over here so we could see your chat. We're casualties, just a means to generate grain we'll never see. We're here to feed a machine that dictates the lives we lead. No thought should ever live rent free, can't you see? Control with the hopes that we'll concede. What degree do we believe? I feel you, Dr. Chick. Is what we see. Thoughts keep racing through your brain. No grasp, unable to maintain. Draw the lines, we'll be okay. Perspective is the game. Can't you see? Hard to believe, but opinions don't mean anything. Let them judge, it won't be much in the scope of life you've yet to lead. Build yourself up, don't tear them down. Open your mind, close your ears and make the sounds of what you think and how you feel. Live your truth, it's the only thing that's real. Thoughts keep racing through your brain. No grasp, unable to maintain. Draw the lines, you'll be okay. Perspective is the game. Build your racing through your brain. Change your mind, things will never be the same. Through the lines, you're okay. Perspective remains the game. Hey guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. Whether it's on YouTube or on TikTok. We're going to get out of here. It's been a long week for both of us. We're both a little tired. Sorry it's a little low energy today. But thank you guys for hanging out with us as always. We appreciate it. Hope to see you next week, and hopefully the symbol will work. Hope you like the new camera angles. That was the new thing this week.
I love it.
One new thing every week to make it a little better, you know? Cheers. Thank you guys so much again for hanging out. Dr. Chick, Gary, Spliff,
I love you all.
Stuffster, peace.